Just as a fun little test, let's go ahead and double check the indicator that I built over the weekend about the 5 minute opening range break that is free on TradingView and anybody can access it. I'll show you two different ways you can get it added to your chart, but last week the indicator would have went 11 and 15, and let's see how it's performing through Monday and Tuesday of this week. So to start, here's how you guys can get the indicator. Come over to quantcrawler.com. This is a website I built. This analyzes and breaks down technical analysis on charts that you upload, but that's not why we're here, but you should check it out. There's a free 30-day trial. Anyways, up here in the top right, there's an indicators button. You can do the 5 minute opening range break, and retest, which is the one we're going to look at. Then there's a 15 minute opening range break, and retest, and then a pre-market opening range if you want a position where institutional investors are positioning themselves for the day. But you just click this 5 minute orb, break and retest. It looks like this right here. You add it to favorites, add it to your chart. You can see 822 people have already saved this. There's a bunch of comments on it, and it's been looked at over 4,000 times. So I just made this 3 days ago. So it's getting a lot of action, a lot of traction, and people are liking it. So you add this to your chart, save it, and it looks like this. Is what it does is it monitors the break and retest of the midpoint. So when we zoom in here, you can see it marks out the high and the low of the opening range on the 5 minute candle. And this is the high. We did not get a break here. We still have a wick inside the zone. It comes out, not a breakout, touches and comes back, drops below. There is a gap right here. So this qualified as our break. It touches the midpoint and it called a short, which I took. If you watch my videos yesterday, I set it like this and like this somewhere. Yeah, right down here, thinking I was targeting a 1 to 2, and it completely ticked me out and went the whole way up. So it's 0 for 1 on ES. However, you were looking at NQ yesterday, this would have been a monster hit. So we missed on ES, but NQ, you get the 5 minute opening range. It comes out and above, comes back, touches the midpoint. You would have set your stop loss right here at the bottom of the zone. If you're following the opening range break strategy that I do, you could have went just a little bit outside if you want. That's completely your preference. And you can see here, it called this one, and this one was a runner all day long. You would have been in a fantastic position if you would have just trailed up your stop loss and kept it going. So this win right here is so big, it should count as two, but we won't count it as that. 83-point risk on your stop loss to a 328-point take. By the end of market, actually, it went even higher. It was up here. So uh, assuming you would have had this the whole way, you would have pulled a 1 to 4 risk to reward on that. So you would have been one win, one loss, one massive win. And then today, you can see here, 5 minute opening range break, touches the top of the zone, immediately drops out, pinging around right here. This is NQ. And then if you would have went short when it called it right here, which it kind of blew past quickly, let's say you just went in at the midpoint, you would have targeted a 1 to 2 right here. That's 31 points. You would have been looking for 62. If you're targeting a 1 to 2 risk to reward, this would have been a very easy win. Like this would have been a 3 minute, like that would have been a 3 minute trade. That would have been a win. So you're now 2-1 on the week. This called a short. This would have been a miss. You would have been ticked out right here, and it never came back. So you are 2-2 on the week, and then going long right here. Set it at the bottom of the zone, which is my strategy. You would have caught another monster right here. And this one is still kind of going a little bit, or it was. I mean, so right here, targeting 31 points, you would have had a 1 to 6, almost a 1 to 7 risk to reward on that right there. So you have two monster wins on NQ this week. Let's see what ES did, and that will be our Monday, Tuesday, right before Thanksgiving. I actually took this trade right here, so I know this one is a massive winner. I took this short right here. I entered in at the midpoint. I caught the midpoint and I ran it all the way down to the bottom right here. So I caught a 1 to 4 plus. So you would now be 3-2 on the week. This is a loss right here. So you are 3-3 on the week. And then this long, I need to flip this, is another massive win. We're not even going to look at this second one because we don't get, it doesn't break out of the bottom of the zone here. So you technically would have already been in. This one would essentially be invalidated because you're already going to be riding this one here. But you can see you have another massive win on ES&NQ. You would have had 7.75 points on your risk to a 53 reward if you just trail up your stop loss and to take profit zone. So you would be 4-3 so far in the week with far more than a 1-2. Actually, the only one that was a 1-2 so far this week is, of course, the one that I took. And I was prepared to trail it down. I have a video of me trailing it down, and then this one right here, this green candle, wicked me out. And that's okay. But if I would have stayed in it, I made like $1,200 today. If I would have stayed in it, or yesterday, then I mean I could have watched this and hit a 1-7, 1-7.5. And I mean NQ has just been killing it too. So this is the indicator. Opening range break and retest by QuantCrawler. That's me. 822 people have saved it. Or you can get it on the website with a free 30-day trial, and then it's just $10 a month after that. Or the Black Friday deal, $7.50 a month average.